parts of it have reignited. Crews here are treating one of those hot spots right now.
Coming up tonight, I'll show you a credit card sized device that could end up saving your life.
Police are telling us they may have the suspect from that homicide at that Marathon gas station this morning inside one of those houses. Take a look. There is at least a dozen Grand Rapids police vehicles. I offered them some hand warmers to stay warm, and I actually spoke to the mother of the child who died in the fire. Yeah, Obi-Wan Berent, complete with... Oh, that's not my lightsaber. Oh, there it is. I got to screw that back on. Dumpsters like this were floating across the street. They say it's just so unfair. Now, as you kind of see on this sign, some employees say that they have to wear adult diapers. How do I not get hit by a puck? What do I do? That's it? Just duck? But when you're so focused on your camera instead of what's going on around you, it can be easy to lose focus and maybe take a wrong step.
It's small. It's powerful. And it only takes 2 fingers to use it.
It's literally like lightning. It's like snapping your fingers. It's that quick.
It's called the OWL, or Open Window for Life device, and it was invented by Jim Alexander of Georgia after he saw a news story about a woman who drove into a pond and had no way out as she was trapped inside her sinking car.
It made no sense that she didn't have the ability to get out of the vehicle and wait for EMT personnel.
So Jim, being an engineer, designed the OWL. It's a quick 3-step tool that is about the size of a credit card.
Especially if you're in a situation that's a stressful situation, you want to have the simplest number of steps and the simplest procedure.
Well, we wanted to test the product out for ourselves, so Ed's Basic Car has been nice enough to give us this car where we can break the window, so we'll give it a shot. Take our OWL device from out behind our visor, stick it up underneath the door, and in just seconds, we can escape safely out the window. Kathy Wildig, co-owner of Ed's, was amazed at how quickly the device worked.
It was like 2 seconds. I mean, the instant you flip the card back, bam.
The key is to have something there that is so simple that anyone can use it.
Alexander says he's sold thousands of the device since they first hit the market last year. But he and his wife Lisa say it's not about the money. The goal is empowerment and saving lives.
You get into a car accident, your car rolls over and you can't get out, and the only way you can get out is through a window. That would be the best way to go.
Even the toughest of men succumb to illness.
He was a hard-working man. He didn't retire till he was 85 years old.
Suddenly, Roberta Lytle's father, Robert Olson, started having trouble breathing.
Took him into Bronson Hospital. He was there for about a week. We did not think he was coming home this time.
Until Nurse Brenda Burstra walked in.
While we were there, it took him about a week to be able to talk, but we were watching a show. Pat Boone, and he told the nurse, he goes, I don't like him, but I like a song that his daughter sings. And this lady just starts singing.
You light up my life.
He was beaming. He really was beaming. Yeah, his eyes lit up, his whole countenance changed, and he had a big smile.
You give me hope.
It was very overwhelming. And she goes, you know what, Mr. Olson? She goes, I don't know all the words. She goes, but I'll tell you what, I will print the words off, and I will come now. We'll sing this together tomorrow. Sure enough.
You light up my days.
If you listen to the video, you can hear him trying to sing at the very end. But it changed him. It was like he knew he was going to go home.
A week later, Olson was sent home from the hospital.
And that, for me, is what nursing is all about. To touch their life, to touch their heart, to make that awful hospital stay that they're having to go through a little bit better, a little bit brighter.
I just hope this woman knows what she's done for my dad.
I have sung to patients for 14 years. It's just the first time I got caught.
Footsteps make waves in Pamela Moberly's Three Rivers apartment.
Just not enough time to really save things.
When floodwaters suddenly began rushing in, she thought she'd be able to save anything that was on the floor.
I was trying to okay, I'll put this up on the kitchen counter. But then the whole kitchen counter was submerged. This silverware drawer is still full of water.
But nearly everything was destroyed, including some family heirlooms over 100 years old.
Pictures from my great-great-grandparents from the 1800s. It's just a constant sense of overwhelmingness. You think you're going to be all right with things, and then you see something else that you cherished and loved, and it's absolutely irretrievable.
10 days later, as standing water is still being pumped out, help continues to pour in.
I've had many, many responses from total strangers that have offered clothes and furniture and household items.
It was a difficult position to be in for Moberly, who donates to and volunteers for the Three Rivers First United Methodist Church.
Very uncomfortable for me to be on the receiving end of that. I'm usually on the giving end of that. So I'm grateful to people that have reached out to me.
Moberly is starting to look on the bright side.
I'm already starting to get that in my mind.
And with the batch of lemons she's been given,
Trying to make extra special super batch of lemonade out of this.
in Three Rivers, Jake Berent, News Channel 3.